Kermit the Frog here. Oh, excuse me. This is Jeff Opolka from New Smyrna Beach, Florida. Are you thinking about going to Walt Disney World, but not sure you're ready to venture into pandemic Disney World? Don't worry. You can satisfy your Disney craving by listening to Geekin' on Walt Disney World with Curtis Stone and the entire Geekin' family.
Hey, Disney World geeks, Curtis Stone here, and welcome to episode 361 of the Geekin' on Walt Disney World podcast. This week, Jeff McCartney returns to the podcast to share his recent trip report, and we've got lots of food and drink to review with Jeff. Oh yeah, Jeff is one of our favorites, and he always brings us lots of food and drink reviews. If you're new to the podcast, welcome. I've been doing the podcast for over 6 years. I started with this podcast with my daughter 6 years ago, and we started talking about our Disney World trips, and then we brought on lots of our Disney geek friends, and we've been amazed at just how positive and caring and generous our listeners are. And before too long, they started calling me their podfather, and I continued to bring on our listeners, and we want to bring you on the podcast. So come on and tell us your Disney World stories. We'd also love you to come join our private Facebook group. We have a wonderful private Facebook group. They're always telling us how great it is, and it's welcoming, and you're going to learn lots about Disney World if you come and join us on our private Facebook group. So come join us there, the Geekin' family. We are also independent Disney travel agents with Fairy Tale Concierge. We would love to be your Disney guides. Come and join Mama and Auntie Judy. We'll help you book your Disney trips. And we've also got good friends, Jennifer Glambos and EJ Cruz. You can find them at their little Dole Whips page. And Mom and Auntie Judy, you can email them at travelandtiaras@gmail.com. Now, Jeff McCartney has been a longtime super geek of the podcast. I love bringing Jeff on. He's going to bring you lots of food talk. I hope you had your dinner or breakfast or you've eaten, because he's going to bring you lots of food and wine tasting with Jeff. He stayed at Old Key West. I'm so glad to have these episodes from the parks now open down in Disney World. Yes, it's been a good week. We're starting to book you some of you guys down in the parks, and I'm so glad to see you geeks down in the parks. Got lots of trip reports coming from our super geeks, and he's going to talk about the safety guidelines down at Disney World. I know you guys want to hear that. We're going to be having a Zoom call on Wednesday night, 7 p.m. So come join us at our private Facebook group. We'll talk about what's going on with some of the geeks that have been down there recently, but he's going to talk about the new security body scanners, Topolino restaurant at the Riviera Resort. But he had brunch at Wolfgang Puck's, the Wine Bar George. Oh, I love that for a lounge. Morimoto Asia, he does a couple times. Paddlefish, one of the ones I haven't done, but I'd love to do that down at Disney Springs. Geyser Point, City Works, does the Rise of the Resistance, tells us about his experience there. Docking Bay 7, one of my favorite Hollywood Studios restaurants. The Baseline Tap House, a great place to have a beer and a charcuterie board, or even a pretzel with some mustard. Olga's Canteen, always a favorite with the geeks. 50s Primetime, another one of my favorite Hollywood Studios. He does the Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway. Yes, the new ride down at Hollywood Studios. Liberty Tree Tavern, Nomad Lounge. It's one of our favorites and one of Jeff's favorites. And Disney, he's got a Disney scooter story. Him and Barry have a Disney scooter story. They have a festival mix-up over at Epcot. It's kind of like the Flower and Garden and the Food and Wine Festival going on over at Epcot. Well, I don't know about you guys. I love going to Disney World when I see my Disney geeks. I would love to be there with Jeff and Barry. They are so much fun to go to Disney World. So come on with me now. We're going to Disney World with Jeff and Barry and the whole Geekin' family. It's so cool. We've got geeks in the parks nearly every week again. I'm so excited. I'm so glad I can bring them to you guys, and you can hear their stories of what it's like getting back into the swing of things over in the parks. And Well, this episode, I'm going to go off script a little bit. I like giving my guests a script so they can prepare for the podcast and I can see their notes and we kind of go through things that people like to hear about. Well, I'm looking at this trip report. Now, we've had this guy on a couple times. He's one of my favorites coming back, and I'm looking at his notes, and it's just filled with food and drink. Perfect for the Geekin' podcast.
Yes, indeed.
Let's bring him on. He's our official Walt Disney World wine specialist, and I'm saying he's our foodie also now. He volunteered to take his nieces and nephews to Disney World without being tortured first, and the Tables in Wonderland card is considering shutting him off. It's like when you go to Las Vegas and they think you're a card counter. they see you coming in the door, right?
They successfully cut me off, by the way.
Well, I was going to say I thought your Tables in Wonderland card might be in jeopardy. So now we know maybe they do have facial recognition down there, Jeff. Well, please welcome. You got to wait, Jeff, for the applause before you say anything. All right, here we go.
Okay.
Forgot to warn you. Please welcome one of our most beloved super geeks. I believe he has his own fan club. It's Jeff McCartney. Wait, I got more.
Oh, that's awesome. I love that. Well, so before we even get started on that Tables in Wonderland, what was interesting is that my card expired in February.
All right.
And I said, oh, no big deal. I'll just renew it the next time Disney is open after COVID, right?
Right.
We get down there, and one of the problems that I experience is the fact that they aren't doing any dining plans, and Tables in Wonderland is considered a dining plan.
Oh, that doesn't make sense. But I thought you were going to say you were on the blacklisted.
Well, they may have gotten a little bit of a glimpse into what I was going to do, but no. But apparently, if you have a Tables in Wonderland card that's still good, they'll honor it.
Sure.
But if it's expired or don't have it, you cannot purchase it right now. Gotcha. But you still can get AP discounts at selected restaurants.
All right. Good distinctions. We want to know all this new stuff for everybody. That's why I'm so glad to have you guys on that have been going down there. So how's Barry doing?
Barry's doing excellent.
So we
had such a fun time down there.
Yeah, you sent some good pictures. You went for what, like a week?
We went for just about a week.
Yeah.
And it was a last minute trip. We weren't expecting to go back until November, which is when we're going to be celebrating my 60th in the parks. Mm-hmm. And so we said, we can wait. But friends of ours called up in early July and they said, we're going down in August. We'd love to have you come down. And I was like, I'd love to do it.
Yeah.
But with the restrictions on park entry and trying to get into restaurants, I'm like, is this even doable?
Uh-huh.
Surprisingly, we had no problems. We got right into Old Key West. In fact, we were able to get a lock off from their room. They were getting a 2-bedroom. We got a studio attached to their 2-bedroom.
Wow, cool.
So that worked out really well. And we had no problems making reservations for each of the parks. And they had no problems expanding reservations that they had already made to include us. Or where they couldn't expand it, we ended up getting a time at the restaurant that was like within 5-10 minutes of when they were going to eat.
Perfect. And hey,
so worked out.
So are you like living in South Carolina? No, Jeff used to live in Connecticut.
We are. 3 years now. Can you believe it?
Man, I mean, so when Jeff and Barry were moving down, we had a night that I'll never forget. It was just awesome. We had a dinner themed over at Connie's
house.
Yeah,
Connie and Laurie's house.
Connie and Laurie's house. Mama and Judy and Ken. There's a famous intro from that evening. But we did an Ohana dinner, and I can't believe that was 3 years ago.
3 years? Can you even believe it?
Holy cow.
So it's like time is just slipping away.
It's so, yeah. And so you're semi-retired. You were just telling me, I guess, now doing a little bit of work, but you're close to the beach and you're close to Disney World. Did you guys drive down?
Yes. In fact, every time we go down to Disney now, we drive down. It's about a 4.5 hour drive, 5 hour if we stop.
Is that all? I was thinking more.
That's it.
Wow. Why was I thinking like 8? I don't know. I was thinking North Carolina maybe, but
maybe.
Yeah.
I mean, we're in South Carolina, right near Savannah. So
wow, you're way down.
We're 8 miles from the Georgia border. So,
oh my gosh.
But
that is great. Yeah, that's you guys must be looking south all the time, wondering when we're going to be down there next. Well, this is perfect. I'm so glad you got the courage up, I guess, if you have to do that to get done. Actually, he doesn't care about the COVID thing. He's just worried about his plans working out well.
That's right.
I heard that in your voice.
Well, I'll tell you, the one thing that I know a lot of people are concerned about, Florida is high in terms of COVID rates.
Right.
I get it. And there's a lot of concern about safety going into Florida. Disney is doing it right. I will tell you right off the bat, both of us have, well, I'm here in South Carolina taking care of my parents.
Right.
So I don't want to get COVID any more than anybody else does, but I have parents I have to be concerned about.
Yep.
And so I would not have gone down if I didn't think that Disney was going to do their absolute best to protect us.
Yep.
And they did. I mean, everyone wore masks. Everyone was really good about it. There was social distancing everywhere through the parks. There was plenty of places, like in the queue lines, they had, I can't believe how long these queue lines became.
They look a lot. It's like when I go to BJ's and the carriages, carts are like all the way to the back of the store, and you're like, oh my gosh, and I am not patient. I don't want to wait in any kind of lines, but I think the next thing you're going to say is they go kind of fast anyway.
They actually do.
Yeah.
We got to the parks. I think despite the fact that they were limiting how many people they were allowing in the parks on any particular day, they still weren't hitting the maximum that they were allowing for themselves.
All right.
So I think you'll probably see not too long in the future some relaxation on how many they allow in the parks because they're handling it pretty well. Yeah. But I would say despite the fact that the lines were kind of long, they were long because people were groups were 6 feet apart.
Right.
It moved pretty quickly. There was no line anywhere that was more than 30 minutes in the parks. And quite honestly, most of the lines were 10 minutes to 15 minutes. Right. And quite honestly, if you know the queue lines at Disney, 5 to 10 minutes of that is just simply getting through the queue.
We understand that. And I'm hearing people are actually seeing the queue for the first time because they usually get fast passes.
That's right. Yeah. That's right. There's no fast passes. There's no single riders. Actually, I take that back. There was a fast pass line, but they were very selective about who went in there. And I couldn't quite figure out what was the criteria for people using it.
Child swap is one, I think.
Well, it was child swap, but I thought maybe disability.
Yes,
another.
Yes, you're right. I've heard that.
I'll tell you, the people I saw coming through the queue didn't really like teenagers going through, and I'm like, I don't think either of these people are child swapping or in disability mode. Yeah. I don't know. But regardless, queues moved very quickly. I got to see the Peter Pan queue line for the first time ever.
Hey, that's a great one.
I've never sat through the queue.
That's a good advice.
Fast pass.
Good advice for everybody. If you've never, the way I've seen it is because we rope drop Peter Pan. That's Mama's routine at Magic Kingdom.
That's right.
That's why. That's why I know.
But it was great. So what we ended up doing is we went down a few days earlier. We met a couple on our Disney cruise last May.
Okay.
And we're still friends with them today. And in fact, the people we actually went down there to visit, also we met on the cruise. So we're going down, we're meeting all these people that we had made lifelong friends with.
You're such a social butterfly.
It's true. But we went down there to visit with our friend Jill. We stayed with her for 2 nights before the other crew was coming in. Yeah. And we went to Disney Springs on Friday night. Yeah. This is August 4th. August 4th? Now I'm looking at my trip notes here. August 7th. So Friday, August 7th, we went down, we arrived, and we went to Disney Springs. And one of the things that we did is first night off, we went to Topolino's, actually.
All right, yeah.
which is on top of the Riviera. And I had never been over to the Riviera Resort.
Right.
They are being very cautious about letting people into a resort if you're not staying there.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense. Yeah.
So you either have to have reservations at a restaurant,
Sure,
or reservations somewhere else in the park. So if you're going down staying off property, you cannot get into a resort just to look around or go and sit at the bar or whatever the case
sense.
may be.
They're following the rules strictly. Yeah,
exactly. So Friday night we went to Topolino's. I'll tell you, the restaurant was amazing.
Good.
The views were stunning.
Right.
Overlooking, you could see both Epcot and Hollywood Studios.
Yeah.
Yep. Absolutely gorgeous. You got to see all the Skyliners zipping around down below you, which was fun. But the food itself was amazing. Now, Topolino's, like almost all restaurants at Disney, are now operating under a reduced menu.
Sure.
And the reason for that is that they've reduced staff in the kitchens because they don't want the kitchens too crowded.
Oh, yeah.
And so as a result, they have limited their menu to what they think they could get, they could create and serve with a limited staff in the background.
Yeah, that makes good description.
So,
you didn't go hungry, did you?
Me? Have you seen me yet? I am not in the Puda Tigger for a reason, because I have no discipline whatsoever.
Especially when we're in Disney World.
That's right.
All the
oh my gosh,
our guard is down.
It's true. But I ended up getting the lamb shank, which is one of the few entrees, and the lamb shank was to die for. It was like falling off the bone.
Wow.
It was beautifully savory.
Yeah.
And it was served on a polenta, a corn polenta, that actually provided a little bit of sweetness to offset the fattiness and the savoriness of the lamb. Wow. And it was a perfect balance. They got it just right. And we were able to work with our waiter to navigate the wine menu. And I'm a big fan of doing this, and I'll repeat this again. I've said this on previous podcasts. If you're going down to Disney, ask your waiter if you're interested in wine. Tell them what you're planning on having, the types of wines that you like, and let them make a recommendation. And this guy was spot on.
Nice.
And come to find out that actually a lot of people in this particular restaurant are training to be sommeliers.
All right. Good deal.
So,
what is it? Is it is it Italian? It's an Italian restaurant. Right?
It's it is an Italian restaurant. In fact, Topolino means little mouse, I believe.
I was going to say, sounds Italian. Perfect.
So that
great
was great.
Location. Well, I wanted to, even before we're already into the food. If you haven't noticed, this is going to be a food and wine show.
Oh yeah. I'll be
some
hungry
whiskey
by the end of this.
Some whiskey thrown in. Luckily, I hope you've eaten. It's not a work night, but that you're listening to this. I was catching this new security body scanners are up and working. What's a security body scanner?
So if you remember, if you've been to the parks any time in the past couple of years, security was always where they actually, if you were carrying a pack, you had to go over to a station. Somebody had to rifle through it, make sure there was nothing in it. And even if you didn't have a bag, you could get pulled to go through a specific scanner, but you had to take everything out of your pockets. And
metal detector,
Exactly. Well, they have new body scanners. It's a walk-through scanner, and as long as you don't have something that's made of metal, like one of our friends got pulled over because she had an Altoid tin.
Right.
Yeah,
so that's pretty metal.
But phones, keys, your packs, everything, just walk right through.
Oh, wow.
And it's amazing. There are no lines going in through security now.
Is it like that? I heard this. Is it like the Arnold Schwarzenegger? I was just watching the movie where he goes through that scanner. It's like they can see like a representation.
No, there's nobody monitoring anything. It's not like they're actually scanning.
The buzzers go off.
Image or anything. It's set to a point where it ignores certain levels of metal, like what's in your phone, what's on your keys.
Wow.
They ignore all that. And they're only looking for stuff that's a more denser concentration of it.
That is really cool.
Oh, so nice.
You don't even have to get your bag checked? I mean, that's awesome.
Oh, yeah. You don't have to do it. You just go right
That's
through
the
with
time
your bag.
suck right there.
Yeah. And then they just pull out anybody who does not pass the scanner.
Yeah.
And then everyone else just keeps moving through. So it's great.
Love it. I'm glad they got that in place. Well, that was the only thing. I think I'm
so
recognized.
good.
All right, let's get into the food. Well, we're going to go this day by day, Jeff. Is this how we're doing? We started your first night.
Well, let's go quickly through it. So Saturday, we had a full day in Kissimmee, and we decided, of course, to go over to Disney Springs.
Yeah.
And we spent pretty much the day there. We ended up having brunch at Wolfgang Puck's, and the brunch there was fabulous. I had the brioche French toast and a mimosa, of course. But we chose Wolfgang's because we could basically walk right in without a reservation and get seated indoors.
Right.
It's August. You got a mask on. It's humid. You don't want to be sitting outside if you can help it. So we wanted to go in. And as long as you are seated at a table and 6 feet away from somebody else, you can take your mask off.
Perfect.
So that's good. But once you get up from the table, you have to put your mask back on.
Right.
To move through wherever you're going.
Wolfgang Puck's. Good one.
Wolfgang Puck's. It was excellent. I highly recommend it, by the way.
But you gave up Chicken Guy for that.
I did. We were originally going to go over there, but they have such limited seating indoors, and most of the seating is outdoors. And quite honestly, a lot of the seating was in the sun directly.
Yeah.
There were some umbrellas, but depending on where you were sitting at the table, not everyone could enjoy the shade. So we just went across the way to Wolfgang Puck's, and we're just like,
Yeah, those are two places
sitting outdoors.
I've not been to either of those two, so I would love to do either one. I'm a big fan of Guy Ferrer's TV show. But I've heard the Chicken Guy is, no one's raving about it. Wolfgang Puck's, I've heard good things. So good.
I mean, Chicken Guy we were interested in because, we love chicken tenders. I mean, we go high end on our food, but I'm all about a good chicken tender. So
sauces.
That would have been good.
I like your next place. Did you tell me about this place before? Because I know before I went there, several people told me about this next place.
Wine Bar George?
I think you were definitely one of the people that...
Absolutely. So I highly recommend it. If you like wine, if you like spirits, such as like champagne, I highly recommend Wine Bar George. I'm now suggesting that you find a reservation because the size of the place and the spacing of having to put people in different locations, their capacity is much limited right now. So if you're interested in going to Wine Bar George, get a reservation. They're not that difficult to get, but you can't necessarily get it the day of. But we sat down, and their menu is really good, and it shows you a lot of things, but people who may not be that familiar with wine may get a little intimidated, or they may want to get wine flights. So what we did is we worked with our waiter, and we basically said, can we make our own wine flights? And they said, absolutely.
Cool.
And they got excited by it. Like, you could see that they were like, oh, yes, we definitely want to work with you on that. So they ask you, what kind of wines are you interested in?
That's cool.
What kind of price point you're looking to hit, whether you want like 1 ounce pours or 2 ounce pours or 3 ounce pours. And they will work with you to try to come together with a selection.
Wow, that's so cool for you wine lovers, for sure.
Absolutely. And I'll tell you, they were spot on. And if you don't like one, if you take a sip and you're like, oh no, they will take it away and get you a different one.
Wow. Did you do that?
Actually, all of us really enjoyed our wine flight, so they were really good.
Didn't have time. We don't have time to send these back. No, when I first heard Wine Bar George, just the name sound. I like a kind of a casual place. I felt like that was going to be a real formal place. No. It's not, is it? It's such a beautifully casual. I don't know. Maybe because of wine. I don't know what it was. I just felt like it was going to be.
Well, we actually got to talk to George of Wine Bar George. He's actually still in the restaurant.
Ah, cool.
And it's great to see him walking around.
Yeah, what's his claim to fame?
Well, he's got a couple of restaurants and bars, but more importantly, he's one of 256 master sommeliers in the world.
Oh, I didn't know there was such a thing.
There is. So, and he's like one of a limited number. So that's one of his claims to fame. And we actually got a wine tasting with him. We did a private tasting I can't remember how long ago it was. I want to say it's probably about 2 to 3 years ago. And it was the most fabulous experience. But of course, given the pandemic, they can't do those right now. But he's still wandering around. We got to talk with him a little bit, which was fun.
I think that area right there, Jeff, you've got one of my favorites with Jock Lindsay's. I know you guys love it too.
Mm-hmm.
You got Jock Lindsay's, you got the Boathouse, you got Wine Bar George, and I'll throw in my Irish pub over there too.
Raglan Road.
Throw Raglan Road in that mix, and you got a pretty good short distance of walk if you want to hit a couple fine, wonderful places.
And actually, if you haven't been to Morimoto, Asia, that's another one that we went to not once but twice on this trip.
Well, I know you love the Japanese whiskeys.
I do. I
learned that from you.
In this particular case, we ended up, we went back for the ribs. They do a short rib that they braise for 8 hours,
wow.
and then they flash fry it.
Yes, they're famous for that.
They are. And I had them for the first time this trip. So good.
Oh, good.
So good.
Right.
But anyway, but I would say, just to wrap up Wine Bar George, I would say if you're the type of person that likes unique Disney experiences, go to Wine Bar George, work with your waiter, have them design a wine flight for you specifically that goes completely off menu.
I think you reminding me of something. Do a search for Jeff McCartney in the podcast. The last time you were on, you were talking about the wine experience over at Gico, I think it was.
Yes.
So you're reminding me of that. So that's the other tour you want to do the wine tasting experience at Gico, right?
I would say any wine tasting experience on property is going to be worth your time and money. Absolutely.
Beautiful. Good stuff. The next restaurant you got here is one I wanted to do. And
you haven't done paddlefish yet?
I have not done paddlefish. You know what happened? Oh my gosh, it's a long story though, Jeff. It was...
Hey, it's your podcast. We can go as long as you want.
You can probably hang with me too. I know you. This was one. I have the joke where Mom and Judy pick restaurants, and they say you get one restaurant for your trip. So I picked the one over in Epcot in Morocco. What's the one there?
Oh, yeah, Marrakesh.
No, the one on the water.
The Salt Road Table.
Yes. So I picked that one, and they just had a sourpuss about that. They did not want to do it, and they kept putting me off and giving me a hard time. I said, well, I think we were getting together with one of our geeks, and it wasn't kind of logistically going to work out. They said, well, I'll tell you what, I'll trade you for paddlefish. Instead of doing that, why don't we do paddlefish? Like, all right. Now, so it gets closer. You know how you guys are always changing your plans right up to the minute. I'm throwing you in that crowd. So they were saying, what was it with paddlefish? Oh, they had an upcharge. A lot of the menu items had an upcharge. So I think we were on the dining plan, and they were soured by that upcharge thing that was going on. So they ended up, I don't remember where we ended up going to, but anyway, that's my long story of why I've never been to paddlefish.
Well, I love paddlefish. I've been there a couple times. If you enjoy seafood, they've got some excellent seafood selections.
Yeah.
And now that I'm living down here in South Carolina, the one thing that is a highlight of cuisine down here are called low country boils, where they basically, it's like they boil up corn, potatoes, sausage, crawfish, crab legs, shrimp, and they just put it in a pile in front of you and you go to town.
Yeah, no lobsters though. That sounds like a New England.
And quite honestly, down here, I would not do lobsters unless I knew it was a New England lobster, because the warm water lobsters are not as sweet as the New England
lobsters. You'd be disappointed, yeah.
So
sounds like a clam bake up in New England. Although I've never seen a place. I know what you're talking about. I knew it was famous for this. Is that what you had?
Yes, they do a kind of a low country boil down here. That's one of the offerings. It wasn't available when we were there.
Okay.
I don't know why, but they had other seafood options. I ended up going with the lobster corn dogs.
What the heck is a lobster corn dog? That doesn't. I'm reading that going. I don't know what that is.
Well, the lobster corn dog was. They took a lobster tail. They cut it up into strips.
Okay.
They breaded it like a corn dog and then fried it.
Yeah. How was that? Yeah.
Oh, it was so good.
Dip it in butter. Dip it in butter.
They did have a dipping sauce that went along with it, but I'm a big snob for lobster, so I just went for it straight. So
nice.
And then I was already kind of full by the time between the charcuterie board we got at Wine Bar George and the corn dog, the lobster corn dogs. I was already full, so I went light and I went with a shrimp cocktail, which the shrimps were massive, nice. And then a Caesar salad with salmon on top, and the salmon was done perfully.
Sounds good.
There's nothing I hate more than a salmon that's dry. It's just not my bottle of wine.
Are you still having a drink there?
Yeah, so we ended up ordering a bottle of Pinot Gris, and again, we worked with the waiter to say we want something that's light and fruity, not too sweet, not too dry. Came up with a Pinot Gris that was just absolutely perfect with everything everyone had. So
sounds like you're pretty happy by now.
Oh yeah, and then of course, if that wasn't enough, we have a cast member friend of ours who works over at the Geyser Point Bar and Grill at the Wilderness Lodge.
Right.
We headed over there for a nightcap. So if I wasn't already feeling good, I was feeling really good at the end of that.
Wow, I love this first day. I mean, that's one of my favorite places. Right.
And I wasn't even on property at that point.
It's a good kickoff. Yeah. What'd you do over at the Geyser Point?
Our buddy Josh, we met him when he was working at Jock Lindsay's, actually.
All right.
He would actually create stuff for us. We'd say, okay, use this liquor and this flavor profile and put something together. And he would just mix stuff. And he was doing that over at the Geyser Point for us. So I told him, I said, I want a bourbon drink. And he got me kind of a bourbon lemonade concoction that was to die for. Oh. And then Barry was interested in a colada, but he's like, can you make me like a strawberry colada? So he went off book and did something that Barry thought was just amazing. And so we,
love that. Now you're not even great. And you're not even staying at the old Key West yet.
No, we checked in the next day.
All right. You're doing great so far. Keep going.
All right. So Sunday, we checked it. We went back over to Disney Springs because we were waiting for the email that said, your room's ready, go check in.
All right.
And we've used this feature before without any hitches. We just get the email, we go right to the room, our magic band unlocks the door, and we're in.
Yeah.
So we decided to go over to Disney Springs. We figured that it would probably go right to the 4:00 check-in.
Yeah.
Because of cleaning procedures and probably a reduced staff and all that kind of stuff. So we said, well, let's just go over to Disney Springs again. So we got some of the shopping done that we missed the day before and had lunch over at Morimoto Asia, having the wings, as I mentioned.
That's right.
And then when it got time to be about 4:00, we headed over there and I still hadn't gotten my email.
Okay.
And by the time we arrived over there, I'm like, it's 4:15. We should have gotten the email by now. So I had to go to the front desk.
Yeah.
And apparently they were having some sort of issue. Apparently it was not unique to us.
All right.
A few seconds later, the guy came back to the terminal and he's like, got you covered, got your room.
Perfect.
Here you go.
Oh, I'm glad you went.
The room number.
Yeah, I'm glad you didn't wait and checked on it. That's good. Yeah.
It wasn't that bad. So I don't know what the mix-up was, but our friends who flew in that were meeting us there, they had the same problem as well.
Okay.
They had to go to the front desk before they could get to their room.
Good advice. And then were you riding the boats back and forth to Disney Springs?
No, actually.
Driving?
I had a car.
Yeah.
So I was able to take us to some places. Certain parks I like taking the bus to, like Magic Kingdom. I just hate parking in the Magic Kingdom parking lot.
We've said that. That's something my daughter Lindsay spoke to. Exactly. Even if you have a car, take the bus.
Exactly. And you get there faster, quite honestly, at the end of the day.
Right.
we checked in, and we ended up going back because they got in so late because of their flight. We ended up going back to Disney Springs and going to the CityWorks Eatery, which is in the NBA experience.
I'm excited to hear about this one. This one's right up my alley from the description. It's new too. Uh-oh.
Yeah, I hate to disappoint you.
It wasn't that great.
It is a sports bar.
Yeah.
They weren't really showing a lot of sports.
Well, yeah. They got the NBA.
Yes, which for my friends who flew in, they're huge hockey fans, and there was a major hockey game going on.
And they weren't showing it? Oh, no.
And there was no hockey games anywhere. In fact, half the screens were showing videos of funny dog videos and people having major fails from YouTube and what have you. And I'm like, this is a weird combination for a sports bar. But
yeah, it's a weird time.
The food was okay.
All right.
But I'm not going to say it was over the top. It was passable. If someone said we're going there, I would go along, and I think I could find something that I could be fine with.
I mean, I kind of like a bar menu, bar food, sports bar menu. So,
and they have a variety of mac and cheeses.
Yeah.
And I'm a sucker for mac and cheeses.
Oh. Who'd know?
Yeah, so their smoked cheddar mac and cheese was very good, but the chicken that I had gotten with it was dry.
Okay.
So if I were to go back, I'd probably just get the smoked cheddar mac and cheese by itself, and be done with it. But
the chicken was what, like fried chicken on the side?
It was a grilled chicken breast that was cut up in it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So
now what's a burnt orange old fashioned?
Oh, so of course, I'm a sucker for bourbon drinks. And when I saw that there was an old fashioned on there, I love a good old fashioned. And it said burnt orange. And I'm like, what is a burnt orange? Yeah. But apparently it's something with the orange rind and the smokiness of the bourbon that's combined.
Yeah. Are you more of a fan? See, I'm not. I've tried mixed drinks with bourbon. I'm not. I've come to the place where I'm not a fan. I like to really taste the bourbon and try different ones. Do you? Do you also do that?
So for the most part, I am. Yeah. I either like my bourbon straight up, or I like some of the less sweet drinks. Okay. So I will go with an old fashioned or a Manhattan. Because
an old fashioned is like, doesn't it have sugar in it though? Old fashioned?
The old fashioned, it does to a certain degree. It's not sweet necessarily, but it definitely, it's got other alcohols in there. Don't ask me at this point to figure out which ones are in there. I'm not that good of a mixologist, unfortunately. Nice. But I tend to go with, if I'm going to do anything, I go with something that's not going to be overly sweet in my bourbons. But
all right.
But anyway, it was good.
Yeah.
But it didn't knock my socks off.
So you got your room. Have you stayed at Old Key West before?
Yes, a couple times. We actually stayed in a 2-bedroom once, and that's one of our home resorts.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So, yeah.
Boy, we've known each other for a long time. Seems like I remember when you first sprung it on me that you bought DVC. You bought the spur of a moment, and I think the end of the podcast, and then, oh yeah, we were over at the presentation and we bought DVC. I'm like, what? You just telling me that now? That was
we first
Saratoga
Springs, and then it was, I think 2 years later we said, you know what? I don't think our 140 points at Saratoga Springs is enough. So we ended up getting, I think we now have a total of 295 points.
Yeah, you got
after adding on for Old Key West. Yeah,
you guys have got to have that. Good job. Yeah. So Old Key West, where would you place it in your favorites?
Oh, good question.
I know they're hard. They're all so good, right? They all have their special.
It does. I like Old Key West for its size, especially the 1 and 2 bedroom units. The studio was a little bit bigger, but it definitely showed its age in terms of the decor and what have you. But it was still good, still had more room than a typical studio at like Animal Kingdom or somewhere else. But
I've taken advantage of the 2-bedroom also because the points are less too, and that's why I've done the 2-bedroom.
The points are a lot less at Animal Kingdom Lodge.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, it is less.
What attracted us to Old Key West was the maintenance. The maintenance was a lot lower per year.
Oh, okay.
Than some of the others. So.
Yeah, I was thinking of the nights, like you could get a 2-bedroom. It's one of the lowest 2-bedrooms on property too. That's why we've gone with friends and taking advantage of it, taking the big family too and stuff like that. So
that's right.
I love the atmosphere there. I love the music, the beach feel, the Jimmy Buffett vibe, and Bob Marley, and close to Disney Springs on the boat. Yeah, I'm all about that place. Good.
And we ended up staying literally right across the street from the Welcome Center.
Oh, that's nice. Yeah.
So it was, we walked across if we wanted to go to Olivia's or if we wanted to go to the store or catch a bus or whatever. It was like right there.
So Jeff, my last trip was in January. The first time we stayed there in a 2-bedroom, we were right across. Also, we were in a perfect got our room request as we asked. So last in January, we were as far as you could be possibly from. like I might get lost walking because I do my coffee walk. It ended up being like, if I was being exact, like 13-minute walk to get my coffee, but it ended up working out all right.
Well, I laughed because the first time we took the bus and actually got home, the bus was going around to all the stops inside Old Key West. Yeah. And we realized that if we had gotten off at the first stop,
you could have
walked to our place,
the things
it would have been a lot faster than staying on the bus through its entire loop through the
We did
complex.
the same. We had the same experience the first time staying there. Absolutely. Yep. All right. All right. We're going to go to a park now.
Yay!
We're going to ride something, aren't we?
That's right. So first day was Hollywood Studios, and what we got there early in order to try to get boarding times for Rise of the Resistance.
Yep.
And what was interesting is we got there about 9:30, and they were letting people in the park, but more importantly, they were letting people in the park. You know how they typically let you into the park on the Hollywood Boulevard there, and then they stop you.
Right.
From going deeper in the park.
Right.
They were not stopping anyone.
Okay. Yes. All right.
So people were roaming everywhere through the park. Now the rides were not open.
Okay.
But the queue lines were.
What was it? 10 o'clock opening?
For a 10 o'clock opening. Yeah. So people were queuing up. So what we made the mistake of just kind of getting coffee and then just hanging out somewhere waiting for 10 o'clock to jump on the app and try to get a boarding pass for Rise of the Resistance.
Right.
We literally, we hit join at 10 o'clock exactly.
Yeah.
And it said, we're sorry, the queue is full.
Well, did it feel like there were a lot of people there?
No, but everyone that was there was on their phones. But what we didn't realize is that they were all doing it from their queues. So by the time we were like, oh, well, that's disappointing. Now let's go ride a ride. Now all the lines are 40 minutes long. Well, at least posted. They actually weren't that long to actually stand in queue. But it was, we ended up going over to Rock and Roller Coaster. I think the line moved really quickly. It showed a posted wait time of about 30 minutes, but we got through in about 20.
Yeah. All right.
I think. Well, then we went over to Tower Terror, rode that, and then we started going into the park itself and started walking around and doing rides as we came to them.
So the boarding passes for Rise of the Resistance, do they only have 2 time slots at 10 and 2?
Correct. Right now, because the park closes early,
all right,
the second boarding pass time was 2 o'clock, and we were worried about whether we were going to get even that because you know how Ride of the Resistance is. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't.
Yeah, was my experience.
So we were concerned about whether or not we were going to be able to do it. But starting at 2 o'clock, we were right back on our phones, and like 3 of us were trying it at the same time, and all 3 of us had the opportunity to join. Fortunately for Disney, unfortunately for us, they recognize the fact that when you do your boarding party, you have to select who's actually going to be in the boarding party, and they don't allow you to double queue.
Nice. All right. They got you. Yeah. So had you rode the Rise of Resistance before?
I had once before.
Okay. So you knew. All right.
So it was, but we had members like Barry had never ridden it before.
Oh, okay.
Because when I rode it the last time, I went out in the rain at some insane hour in the morning to stand in queue, and Barry looked at me and said, "Godspeed."
As only Barry could.
Yes, he's like, I am not getting up in the middle of the morning, early morning, and going out in the rain to stand in the rain to wait in the rain for a possible ride time. It's like, I am not.
But he is a Star Wars fan, isn't he?
Not really.
No? Oh, okay.
I mean, he kind of knows the movies, but he hasn't seen them all. So it is what it is.
But did he like it?
He did. He loved it.
Yes.
And he is not a Star Wars person, but it was.
Yeah, you don't have to be.
Away.
Yeah, you do not have to be. It's a great experience.
Yeah, he was really surprised by it, and we had a.
Did they change the ride because of the distancing and thing? I was thinking of this. I was listening to something else about people. Well, maybe I was reading your. You know, it was because when I was reading, you were talking about people being in close encounters with, because that ride you're queuing up or you're bunched up with people. So
the way that they get around that, and this happens in a number of the different rides, wherever they have people grouping up, they now have basically green spots about 10 feet away from each other.
Oh, okay.
And they take your whole group and they put you on a spot.
Yeah.
So you're waiting with your group away from everyone else, and then they board you one spot at a time.
Yep.
Based on the capacity of whatever ride vehicle you're in. So they actually figured out how to do something like Rise of the Resistance, because you're right, because in the middle of that ride,
a lot of bunching up
no queue lines. You're kind of bunching up, and they figured that out.
Because I know where I've heard this. I was editing Travis Dietrich's episode where he said in the Tower of Terror, they skipped that section, the pre-show.
Yes, they did.
They did skip that. Yeah. Gotcha. That one's really kind of cramped.
And I'll tell you, you want to talk about breaking the magic?
Yeah.
When we got over to the Magic Kingdom and the Haunted Mansion.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
The elevator, the stretching room.
Yeah. Oh,
it's not an elevator.
No.
I was like, no. Apparently, the floor just kind of wobbles a bit and the room goes up.
Yeah.
And
you just ruined it for me. Thanks, Jeff.
I know. I'm sorry. But
all these years, I could not figure that out.
I was convinced. I kept telling people, oh, no, it's an elevator. We're going down. The room's not going down.
I think I've had people say that in Disneyland it is an elevator. In Disney World, it isn't. I've been told, but I still look at that going, I don't know. I still don't know. I'm so gullible.
Unfortunately, I can confirm that it's not an elevator, unfortunately. The magic got destroyed anyway.
Well, where are we? Going to eat something here? Is it time to eat yet?
What did we do? We ended up doing a lot of little minor places. We went to Docking Bay 7 over in Galaxy's Edge.
Yeah.
I had the ribs again. The ribs, of course, were very good. But it was interesting. This place, like a lot of the places in the park where you're not sitting down, you have an app that you have to order your food for you and your party. And then when your food is ready, you can then queue to get into the restaurant to go pick up your food.
Okay.
So you have to use their mobile ordering in order to be able to order food in places where you're not actually being seated at a table and it's table service.
Yeah.
Which actually I didn't mind because quite honestly, I could order the food and then go off and do other things. And there was something on my phone which showed me the progress of the order.
Maybe the secret is out now, mobile ordering, though. It used to be kind of still something that people didn't always use. Gave us an advantage, but that's all right. That's good.
No, and it worked out pretty well. And quite honestly, we didn't really wait that long for any of our food at any of the parks doing mobile ordering. So
I think Docking Bay 7 took, always gave Hollywood Studios a hard time for the quick service. I felt better the last time I was there. Docking Bay 7, definitely, like with the ribs and the short. I think they have a pot roast there and stuff. Yeah, good stuff.
It was good. And then I actually went to the milk stand.
Yeah, the green and blue milk. Green milk.
And I was like, I don't know whether this is going to be good. I heard such mixed reviews of it.
Yeah.
But I got the green milk. It was actually pretty good. I really liked it.
Oh, good.
It wasn't overly sweet.
Right.
It was a rice and coconut based beverage.
I'm glad you're saying that. I don't know I couldn't figure out what the heck it was.
Well, you know how milk or cream can be just have a little bit of substance to it. It's not liquid like water necessarily. There's a little bit of thickness to it. Yeah. Same thing happened here. The rice, I think, gave it a little bit of body, if you will. Yeah. But it had a very pleasant citrus taste, and I liked it quite a lot. And you could get it with alcohol, of course.
Of course you did?
I did not, actually.
Oh, okay.
In that particular case, I was waiting.
I was holding off for one of my favorite places. I see you stopped off at.
The Baseline Tap House?
I do like that place. But
it was good.
What's a black cherry soda?
It's literally a soda with a black cherry flavoring. But it was funny because she served it and it looked like a glass of water. And I'm like, oh, where's my black cherry soda? Because I'm expecting something
clear?
That's like a deep red or something. But no, it's a clear beverage.
I guess that's just food coloring.
Yeah. And then Barry got a diet soda, I think. And we both got a pretzel so that we could nosh on something just to kind of keep us going throughout the day.
I like that.
But we did go over to Oga's.
Oga's. Have you been there before?
No.
Oh, okay. Cool.
So this was our first time. We really enjoyed it.
Good.
It lived up to the expectations. We loved exploring the drink menu. The drinks just tickled us.
There's one there that literally tickles you, I know.
It does. Like somebody got the one where the foam actually numbs your lips.
Yeah, it's like putting your lips on one of those little batteries, you know, we used to do when I was kids.
They're like the look
at your tongue on them.
He's like, what's going on here? And then he's like, here, try it. And we're all like, yeah, no, that's not happening.
Well, I got tricked. Because Mom and Judy, of course, they cheat and they watch videos. They know, but I don't ever cheat on anything. And here, try this. And I had the beer flight, you know, I was so excited. I bought the full Rancor 2 thing. And the first 2 beers I had, I couldn't taste because of my mouth was numb from that thing. I was so mad at them, although it was kind of interesting to experience that.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Well, somebody ordered the Rhodian rations, and I'm like,
Rhodian rations.
What is that?
That doesn't sound Rodin. Doesn't sound good.
Rhodian rations. Yeah. They were boozy boba balls.
Oh, that I like.
It's the boba balls that you get in the margaritas over in Pandora. Yeah. But what they've done is they've actually soaked them in different types of alcohol, and then they put like little dried fruit and some Pop Rocks on top. And I was just like, oh, yeah.
I know Pop Rocks.
Pass it over here. I got to have the Pop Rocks. In fact, we were so impressed by it that I think we ended up doing another order of like 3 of the rations in order to satisfy our needs.
You do know how Mikey died, right? Eating Pop Rocks.
Yes, I heard that.
That's for Jeff, and that's for our generation. If you got that joke.
Oh my gosh, that's funny.
That sounds like an amazing combination. Boozy boba balls with Pop Rocks and dried fruit.
I know, it's so bizarre, but it works. It works.
Was it a booze drink too besides the boba balls?
Yeah, I mean literally the boba balls, because they were soaked in it, it's like Jell-O shots. At that point. So you're eating Jell-O shots in little round form.
I'm putting that on the must-do list because I love boba balls. I don't know why. There's this kind of cool, you'll pop in your mouth.
Well, it's served in a Petri dish. So, yeah, it's just fun.
Yeah,
it's just fun.
That's so cool.
And then dinner that night was at the Primetime Diner.
Yep, one of my favorites.
I was really disappointed that they got rid of the borax soap.
What's the borax soap?
So that was one of the things for years where you would walk in and they're like, did you wash your hands? Yes.
In the bathroom?
What color was the soap? Yeah. What color was the soap?
Oh.
They would check to make sure that you actually went in there.
Oh, why was the color a certain color?
Yeah, the borax soap was actually a blue powder.
Oh, the borax soap.
Yeah. So, it's one of those dispensers where you would like press it underneath and this grainy soap.
Funny you say that. I mean, I remember that from my childhood.
Yeah, and they used to have that at Prime Time, and unfortunately, they gave in and they got rid of the borax dispensers, and they're now just doing the regular, where they give you a foam or something like that. But I was disappointed by that. But despite everything, it all looked the same. It behaved the same. Our waiter was funny and engaging and did his shtick and just made us laugh.
It sounds like overall you guys didn't miss much of the magic.
Oh, no. By the end of the day, it is Disney, and they made it fun despite all the restrictions. Yeah, it was
perfect. Good. I'm loving this.
Good.
Now, I messaged you. I was wondering. Now I see it in your notes. You got a chance to ride Mickey's and Minnie's Runaway Railroad. You're the first one. You're the first one to come on the podcast and review this.
Really?
I can't believe it because we've had a few people on. I think maybe I'm missing. Maybe I'm forgetting. But no, tell me what you thought.
Well, this was probably the ride that we stood in line for the longest. This one we actually stood in line. We were in line for like 30 minutes, just trying to get through the queue. And the queue wound like everywhere outside. So you think about the plaza in front of the Chinese theater there. Yeah. The whole thing was almost all queue winding around. Mm-hmm. But I loved it. I don't want to describe it too much to give it away. Yeah. But it was an interesting combination of actual sets around you, projection technology, and you know how they're doing the animatronics in Frozen right now.
Yeah.
It's
outstanding,
yeah. And the same thing with the Seven Dwarfs Mine Train.
Right.
They're doing exactly the same thing in here, where Mickey and Minnie come to life, and they've got this kind of, they're animatronics, but they've got that projection technology on the inside of the animatronic that make it look real.
Yeah, right. Perfect.
And then but apparently, so I know you've had Len Testa on in the past. Mm-hmm. I was listening to his podcast, and he said there are 3 storylines.
Oh, cool.
The first one that you're going to notice your first time through is on Mickey and Minnie. Mm-hmm. So just focus on that. Yeah. But when you ride it a second time, watch what happens to Goofy.
Okay.
He has a separate storyline, apparently.
Nice.
And then when you go through the third time, now we're getting into hidden Mickey territory. There's apparently a turtle in every scene.
Wow. I love this.
It's really tough to see the turtle in the scene. So you end up spending a lot more time trying to see where the turtle is.
Well, this is good. We love these kinds of rides where you get the Easter eggs or something. That's you can, because we ride them over and over again. It's always fun to see something different, right?
So nice. I would say if you're going back and you're riding it again, there's something for you to do.
I am excited. I'm so glad you got a chance to ride it.
It was worth the wait. It's well done. Perfect. It's well done.
Well, we had to give up a good ride for that, so it better be.
Yeah, it's true.
Classic. All right, Tuesday into Magic Kingdom.
Yes. Again, this was actually, it felt less crowded than Hollywood Studios. I suspect that that's because many people are going over to do Star Wars and do the Mickey and Minnie train ride.
Sure.
Here as far as food, we can skip through this really quickly.
No highlights here?
Not really. I mean, we grabbed something at Pico Spills, and we had dinner at Liberty Tree Tavern. It's still the same typical Thanksgiving buffet type of stuff. Food was excellent. Really good.
I think at lunch they have a menu to pull from. At least they did in the past. Yeah. And then, so this was family style then for.
Yes. Yeah. It's family style. So everyone within your party is together. I mean, they make sure the tables are all 6 feet apart or more. So.
Now that's good food. The turkey and pot roast and stuff.
Oh, it's so good. It's so good.
I'm a big fan.
And I would say the only thing here was that we got to ride on pretty much everything we wanted to in the park. We didn't get on Splash Mountain because there was a kind of a push-pull in the party about whether people wanted to do it or not. I kind of wanted to do it before it closed, and I'm hoping that the refurb is being held off until next year. But The store is like cleaned out of merchandise.
Yes, we've heard that.
Yes, anybody.
There was a run.
Yeah, there's like nothing that's unique to that ride anymore.
They didn't stock anything back up at the.
They did.
That's sad.
Yeah.
No. Hey, do you have a favorite snack in the parks? Then I'm thinking.
Actually, in the Magic Kingdom, I don't.
Really?
I don't find myself snacking that much in the Magic Kingdom.
Yeah.
I don't know why. I know people are like, get the churros, or go over and get a turkey leg, or whatever the case may be. It's like for the most part, I'm more focused on. For some reason, I'm more focused on doing the rides in the Magic Kingdom than I am on food.
All right. I didn't think that could be possible, but there it is.
But I would say the only place that the social distancing broke down was that we did stay at Magic Kingdom until closing, which was right about 7:00. And it was, of course, everyone's going in the stores on Main Street before they head out of the park. Yeah. And the stores got really packed.
Okay.
They weren't doing a good job of limiting who was going in.
Yeah.
The only thing they were really doing was making sure nobody is hanging around in the entrance, and the entrance was getting backed up. But once you're in the store, it was like
it's tight.
Nobody was paying attention.
Yeah, it's tight in there too.
Yep. It is.
Gotcha.
So that's probably the one place that I was like, I got to get myself out of here. I'm feeling a little too closed in, not feeling safe in this environment. But other than that, that's the only place in the parks where I really felt concerned.
Well, did you buy anything on this trip? You did some shopping there in Disney Springs already. Anything good?
The only thing I really did, we had a couple things we wanted to get in Disney Springs. One, I wanted to get Aunt Judy's Haunted Mansion mask.
Thank you.
Which I was successful on. Other than that, the only thing I really purchased this trip was a Haunted Mansion t-shirt. And I bought a Haunted Mansion baseball cap.
Okay.
Oh, and I bought a hat over at the Chapel hat store in Disney Springs.
What kind of hat?
I keep being told that I look like one of the archaeologists, the kind of the side archaeologist from Indiana Jones. Not Indy himself, but the others.
I'm not sure what I know. Of course, I know what Indiana Jones hat looks like. I've often wanted to purchase one down there, but I'll just have to watch the movie and find out what that exactly is.
Well, my husband wanted me to get one of the cowboy ones, and I was just like, yeah, no, this is not going to work for me. I'm not a cowboy guy.
He thought he was. All right.
I know. He liked it, but honestly, I was like, I looked like I was like getting up on stage at the Country Music Awards or something. I was like, no, I'm not.
I'll tell you what, guys, if you ever get a chance to tour Disney World with Jeff and Barry and anyone else he's hanging out with, you're going to have a good time. And plus, you're the best selfie taker ever in the group, too.
The longest arms ever.
We got some great selfie pictures from Jeff and whoever he's hanging out with. He's the designated selfie taker.
Oh,
you don't need you don't need the photo pass when Jeff's with you.
No, you really don't. Although I did do my one of the nice things of having a annual pass is the ability to download the photo pass pictures.
Yeah, right.
So I ended up having my friends who came down. They were on just regular 5-day passes, and I had them go get pictures professionally done by the PhotoPass people, and I would just download them and send it to them so that they had them.
Because they were in your party.
So, that's right.
Yep.
So,
cool.
And they appreciated that quite a lot. So,
well, we're winding down here. You only got 2 days left, Wednesday and Thursday. All right.
So Wednesday we went to Animal Kingdom, and we got there relatively early, and we only stayed until early afternoon because, again, they're closing early, given the crowds and everything. But we did get, literally 10-minute wait getting on the Flight of Passage.
Yes, I've heard that.
What is up with that?
I've heard that. You're not the first to tell me. People are again. They're doing the standby line and never seen it before.
It's crazy.
It's a long, like you said before. It's a long walk, though.
Oh yes, and then quite honestly, most of our wait time was just trying to get through the queue itself. It kept moving pretty well. So.
Yeah, what's this Actors Equity contracts thing, right?
So Disney was working with the Actors Equity to try to come up with an agreement for how to conduct the various shows. So like the Lion King, the Nemo puppet show. So any place where there's character, streetmosphere, that type of thing. None of that was going on because they had not quite figured out how to do that safely. And I guess they just this week got to some level of agreement with the Actors Equity to figure out how to reopen some of those attractions.
To do the shows, but keep them safe. Okay.
Right, because if you think about it, it's like you don't really want your actors on stage with masks.
Yeah.
It kind of makes it difficult to hear them, not only see them. So apparently they figured out a way of being able to get around that. And so they figured out they're going to be able to keep the actors
You know what I
safe.
often think about, Jeff, is these folks that have these positions, especially the talent, which is, just outstanding. I was saying that for my last trip. And I was just, the Beauty and the Beast show I watched, the singing, the level of talent is just outstanding. And I've had guests come on. My cousin Heather, I call her, she knows some of the folks. She works in that space, and they do get a good, like you said, a good union wage, if that's the best way to say it. But what are they doing? I think of the music acts. How do they make a living when this is going on? This really bothers me. So I'm so glad. I mean, you want everyone to be safe, but you want them to make a living too.
That's right. So that
tough.
should
It's
be
such a tough thing,
resolved soon.
I'm glad.
Keeping our fingers crossed.
Hope everybody gets back to work.
Although I did see they were very creative about using the characters in the park. So like a good example of this is at Animal Kingdom. There's that river that kind of loops around the park.
Absolutely.
It's not really been used at all since the park opening.
Right.
Well, they got the boats out and they actually drove the characters and certain musical acts around the river.
I like that. Yes, we're getting great reports on these very creative ways of bringing characters through. And I hadn't heard musical acts.
They had a drumming band, a drumming act, doing all sorts of drumming on one of the boats. So we were close to one of the bridges, and we ran over to the bridge to see what was going on, and it was
nice.
Them on the boat.
I think I enjoy some of the Animal Kingdom entertainment as much as, or more than any place in Disney World.
I absolutely agree.
Yeah, there's always some really unique, cool sounds and just jams and dance parties and stuff. Yeah.
In fact, that's what makes Animal Kingdom one of my favorite parts, because I feel like it's a much more relaxed tour where you can just kind of wander around, look in all the nooks and crannies, especially when the musical acts are out. I love just sitting and listening because they're always superb.
Yeah.
And
agreed.
They love a good audience, especially if you get involved with them. They love that.
And I love that. Do you do that too?
I do. I absolutely do.
We got to do this. We got to do the Animal Kingdom together sometime.
Absolutely. I'm there. Just let me know when.
Well, the other place I want to hang out with you is one of my favorite lounges in all of property, the Nomad Lounge.
Yes. So my friends had never been over to Tiffin's or the Nomad Lounge. In fact, they knew nothing about it. And I was like,
we got to correct that injustice.
That's right. That's right. So I took him over there for, I want to say lunch, but in reality, it was more of a nosh type of thing. But we ended up getting like a charcuterie board, some of the Impossible sliders that they have there now, the bread service, but mostly it was the drinks. Because, it was early afternoon, it was hot, and we all were thirsty. So
are there drinks, specialty drinks there that are, for the Nomad Lounge?
There are. So the Nomad Lounge specializes in a number of liquors that are unique to the African continent.
Cool. Like the ones with the animal poop, the elephant poop ones.
Yeah, exactly. And in fact, what was interesting is that one of our friends that was with us, he collects vodka bottles. And one of the vodka bottles that's on his, cherished bucket list is apparently the snow leopard vodka that can only be found in the Animal Kingdom.
Okay.
They used to sell it over at the gift store off of Everest.
Oh, okay.
But apparently nowhere in the parks can you get alcohol at this point.
Sure.
Even if it's sent to the front of the park. You just can't get it anymore.
So this is a brand made just for the Animal Kingdom?
I don't think it's just for the Animal Kingdom, but they're certainly using it.
Yeah.
And you could get the Snow Leopard vodka in a drink at the Nomad Lounge. Mm-hmm. But they use a lot of flavors that are typical of Africa. So like mangoes, guavas,
like that
type of thing. Yeah.
Yeah. Jungle juice.
Really good. Yes. Yes. Love jungle juice.
No,
one of my favorites.
Jeff and I highly recommend. It's a very relaxing place. I like getting in there early. It's a good rope drop place. Get in the air conditioning or hang out on the outs. It's a very relaxing.
And explore the trails. There are like nooks and crannies that look like they go nowhere. Just follow it. If it's paved, follow it.
Outstanding.
And then that evening, we ended up leaving Animal Kingdom and headed over to Disney Springs. Our friends had reservations at T-Rex, but Barry was not feeling T-Rex as a destination.
You know what? I'll tell you what. We did T-Rex in January, and we had heard from listeners that you'd think it's kind of a kiddie place. What a menu! I mean, I was
that's huge.
Shocked.
Well, it's done by the same people that do Rainforest Cafe, so the menu was immense.
Yes.
And we have eaten there before.
Intimidating. Okay, you've done it. All right.
Yeah, we've done T-Rex before, but I think in this particular case, Barry had a hankering to go back to Morimoto's, and we were able to get a last-minute reservation over there. So we headed over there to get the ribs. I ended up getting the Peking duck and consumed it myself. That is a dish for two that I made for one.
So we were not on the diet for this trip.
Yeah, no.
That went right up. We didn't even consider it. It wasn't.
No.
Again, we were talking about the ribs, but yeah, the Peking duck, I've heard that is one of their standards there, right?
It is to die for. It is so good. It is so good.
How are the ribs for an appetizer?
Oh,
yeah.
Excellent. I was debating whether or not to get them as a full-blown meal, but the duck was just calling my name.
You went from appetizers for a meal to the duck for two.
Duck for two. And Barry has had the duck before, and we've enjoyed it together, but he had his gallbladder removed, and as a result, fatty foods don't sit well with him. So the last time he tried the Peking duck, he did not do well afterwards. So
is it an acquired taste?
No, it's not an acquired taste. It's a delicious taste.
They cook it.
Duck tends to be fatty, so it is what it is. So his body was like, no, you don't want to do that again. But we did that, and then we ended up meeting up with our friends again at the end of the evening at Jock Lindsay's for drinks, because, that's what you do.
Perfect. You're reading my mind. That's what I would have done.
Yep.
How was crowds? This is in the evening now. What'd you think of the Disney Springs crowds?
Well, given the fact that it was midweek, the crowds really weren't that bad. Also, Disney Springs during the week closes early. Like, I think their stuff closes at 10 o'clock during the week.
Yeah.
On the weekends, it stays open much later. And on the weekends, it gets really crowded. So if you're going to go for food or amusements at Disney Springs, I would go early.
I like a 3 o'clock, get out of the parks and do early.
Yeah.
To enjoy
I get over there early these days. Because in the evenings, you get a line to get into the garage. There's lines to get into establishments. There's just lines everywhere.
Sure. Jock Lindsay's, I've never been there when it was crowded. I've always gone early.
Yeah, me too.
Good stuff. Well, we got one more day, Jeff.
One more day, Epcot.
This went fast. Don't Disney trips go fast?
Oh, let me tell you, but I'll tell you, we were not prepared. Because this was kind of crept up on us and it's a last-minute decision, we didn't do our normal prep work and doing a lot of walking ahead of time. So by Thursday, both of us were like, we're really tired. We're not young anymore. And we were basically touring parks with people that were easily 10 to 20 years younger than we were. So their pace was a little bit more energetic than I think what we were willing to put up with. Now, one of the interesting things I didn't actually put in my list here, when we got to Epcot, Barry had actually skipped Animal Kingdom.
Okay.
Because he wanted a day to relax because he was really feeling the push of trying to keep up with everyone.
It's hot
so
too,
said,
right? I mean,
yeah,
this is summer.
Hot,
this is August.
Tiring. So he just sat back and relaxed at the resort, and that was fine.
Yeah.
But Thursday, he really wanted to go because Epcot's his favorite park. So I told him, I said, look, rent one of the electric scooters.
Yeah.
I said, why? I mean, we can afford it.
Cool.
Just grab a scooter and go. We found out he started following. I'm outpacing him. And he's got to floor it on the scooter. And I'm like, why am I outpacing you? You're usually the one I have to catch up to in the scooter. Apparently, for anybody who rents the scooters from Disney, they have throttled back the speeds on the scooters. Apparently, too many people were going at top speed and running into the ankles of other guests. So
this wasn't a COVID thing. This is just probably in general.
And apparently, this has been going on for like 2 years, I guess. And we hadn't actually rented a scooter in 2 years, so we did not know this.
I find that very hysterical.
Yeah, so
I can understand why. We know why.
Yeah.
They don't throttle Auntie Judy's, I can tell you. She gets hers from a rental company outside of Disney.
Well, if you like a faster scooter, you're going to have to go to a rental company these days because the Disney ones, we were like,
funny.
Yeah.
You can't keep up with it.
We wouldn't do that. No.
He still wasn't keeping up with it. That's funny.
And God forbid you're going uphill, it gets even worse.
You got to push them.
Barry's in the scooter looking very glum. He had this long face and he was all upset and he's like, no, it's fine. Go on without me. I'll just drive myself into the lagoon.
Oh my gosh. Let him know I'm coming when you get there.
But so with Epcot, the other thing we noticed is that about a third of the attractions, both attractions, restaurants, and shopping were all closed. So
construction's
it was really
going on
limited.
too, right?
And of course, Future World, it's just a mess right now.
Do you think they continued the construction during these shutdowns?
Yes.
Okay.
Absolutely.
You could tell progress had been made. When's Ratatouille opening up?
That's a good question, but we actually got over to France, and I saw the entrance to it. It still got a wall in front of it, but the marquee is visible, and it's actually, I didn't realize it was going to be the entrance on the right of where the perfumeries are.
Yes. Yes.
I thought it was going to be to the left towards Morocco, but it's not. It's to the right near the...
that makes sense.
Yeah.
Because when you ride the Skyliner, you kind of get a little taste of that's what I was gathering.
I still haven't ridden the Skyliner.
Oh, no. Are you afraid?
No, I just haven't had the opportunity.
You missed that. Yeah.
I know. I keep wanting to do it, but it's unfortunately, we're just doing something else. And
I understand. There's a lot to do.
It is. But yeah, so the entrance is up and it looks really cute. It's very low key right now, but it's there. So I suspect it's probably not going to be long before they open up that ride.
So I heard the festival is a little weird at Epcot right now.
Very scaled back. Scaled back. So if
like
you're used to food and wine, food and wine, it's probably about half the booths than what they typically do. And of course, they have the rule now where if you're getting something to eat or drink, you have to go find some place, stop, take your mask off, consume, put your mask back on, and then keep walking. So there are still some people that were trying to do both, and the cast members were really good about, sir, excuse me, you want to go and stop and enjoy your food, put your mask back on, and then continue. You cannot walk in and do that.
Okay.
So they were pretty good about that. There was no food and wine merchandise at all.
Yes.
They apparently had a glut of merchandise from the Flower and Garden show that didn't happen. So all of
it's also weird.
Using air quotation marks here.
Yeah.
Festival merchandise was all Orange Bird from the food from the garden.
It's like the food and flower
garden. Yeah,
the food and flower show.
Because we were going there, and one of our neighbors' son is a chef, and she's like, "Can you get like a Chef Mickey or a Chef Remy or something like that?" We're like, "Oh yeah, it's food and wine, no problem." We get down there, it's Orange Bird everything.
Oh.
Yeah, nothing related to food at all. And it's like, ugh.
All right. Isn't it a little early for food and wine anyway in August, or they start?
You would think so, but don't forget, this is Disney. It's like any excuse to have like Christmas in October, you know?
I know it.
The one thing that stood out for me, we didn't actually go to too many of the booths because we got really hungry, and Barry loves Le Cellier, as do I. And we were able, again, to get last-minute reservations at Le Cellier.
Sure.
And I'm like, how did that happen?
Nice.
So we went over there and gorged ourselves at Le Cellier.
One last meal, like you're going to the electric chair.
So good. So good. But I will say the one thing that was a highlight from the quote-unquote taste of Epcot was the festival building that they have between Canada and England.
Okay, yeah.
And they had it opened up. They had a pianist playing in there who was phenomenal, playing all Disney hits and melodies and what have you.
Cool.
Exceptional musician. And then they had a number of food booths in there, including a mac and cheese station that I didn't get over to because this was after eating at Le Cellier. So I'm like, I can't even.
I know the feeling.
But we did try the Nitro frozen chocolate cake pops.
Ooh, that sounds interesting.
So this is something that is like, you know, those science-based food shows where they do stuff with like nitrogen and all these other chemicals and what have you. Yeah. They literally take a chocolate cake on a pop. They stick in it. They dip it in chocolate. Then they put it in liquid nitrogen to freeze it. And then they roll it in like M&Ms or something like that, and it is to die for.
Nice dessert to finish off.
Oh my gosh!
Yeah, that sounds very chocolatey.
Oh, so chocolatey! I can't even tell you.
That's cool.
Good. So good.
Did it melt fast? August heat.
It got soft on one side, but it stayed frozen enough so that I was able to get through it, and it was still cold. So
nice. But
you don't want to dally with it. It's not one of those things you want to walk around with for a while and then start eating it. So
good. So they didn't have any musical. Other than that, you made me think about this. There was no in Canada Pavilion or UK. No. They didn't bring back any of those.
No,
entertainers.
There was no places where it would encourage people to stop and gather.
Okay, yeah.
So they kind of avoided that.
Besides music entertainment, there's no other, street entertainment in Epcot either, right?
I did not see anything. I will take this that they did have cars driving some of the characters around.
Yeah.
And mostly it's in that area between Future World and the World Showcase where there's a lot of room to maneuver. But yeah, they really restricted other things that were going on in the parks. So.
I used to love, they had the English style double decker where the characters would be. Yes. Remember that? The character bus? That would be great to bring back. Did they use the American Pavilion Auditorium there for entertainment at all?
They did. That's the one place they did entertainment because they can enforce a little bit of social distancing because the amphitheater there is so large.
Right.
That is the one place that they did have musical acts going.
Okay, good. I like that.
Yep.
I did see a video or something of Jaminators up there, but I wouldn't.
Yep.
Okay, cool.
Yep.
So
that worked.
Nice. How did you finish up, you guys?
Oh, dear Lord. So at the end of the day, we did a lot of wandering around, and at some point we got tired and we were like, you know what, guys, they were drinking around the world.
Hitting it hard.
And we were not.
Were you driving home that night?
Yeah, I was.
Oh, yeah, that's tough. That's the one bad part about driving
Exactly.
home
But
from Disney.
we ended up telling them we would meet them back at the hotel. And so we ended up leaving a little bit early from Epcot because we were both tired. And I think Barry was getting a little frustrated with his 2-mile-an-hour electric vehicle there. He kept get behind me and push. Get behind me and push. I'm like, I'm not pushing you in the scooter.
Hey, I see one last stop for a drink that I love my margaritas, but
we did stop over at Mexico for margarita because that is tradition. Always have to stop in margarita in Mexico.
Must do.
The Cava del Tequila, where they have you can either get it at the counter or sit down and have a more extensive tasting or chips or whatever.
Yeah.
They had actually closed off the seating area, and they were using it for a line for the bar. So the only thing you could do is get the drink to go.
Okay.
But they had a new drink there called the pink popcorn margarita.
Well, you got some weird combinations on this trip report.
I know. But I said, well, I got to try it. I normally get my blood orange margarita. That's like my go-to margarita over there. Uh-huh. I had to try it, and it was okay. I mean, it definitely was it was a little smoky, a little buttery. And I think the butteriness came from the type of salt that they were using.
I like burnt popcorn.
But at the end of the day, I'm definitely going back to my blood orange margarita.
I don't like experimenting with my margaritas too much. I've tried and I've not always been happy. I've got my two go-tos, my frozen lime margarita and the avocado one, and then I'm good.
That's right.
Beautiful. Well, as usual, Jeff, you rocked your trip report. I am so glad you got a big trip in here.
Oh yeah. And it was just 5 days. It was, but we got a lot in during that time.
You killed it with the food and drink, which I knew you would, and we took up the usual hour and a half with you.
Yeah, of course.
It's a 90-minute plan.
Taking that down.
I will not. I refuse. We are the long podcast, the 90-minute show.
I'll tell you, we're definitely looking forward to November when we go back, because we're actually doing the tree houses over in Saratoga Springs. Nice. So that's going to be a unique experience for us. I can't wait to do that.
Yeah, I know. That's so cool. And you got a crew? How many people are you sleeping in there?
Just 4 of us.
All right. Yeah.
That's
you got lots of room.
It's one of our home resorts, and I've always wanted to stay at the treehouse.
It's points wise, it's very reasonable too, and I know, right? And
from what I understand, I guess I thought they were 2-bedroom units, but a friend of mine is telling me that they're actually 3-bedroom units.
Yes, I think 3 is the correct answer.
But so it's just the 4 of us that are 2 friends of ours that are flying down from Rhode Island, and the 2 of us, and that's pretty much about it. But
did you have a split stay? Is it a split stay? Did you tell me?
Well, we're going to stay 5 days at the tree house, and then our friends fly home, and then we're going to go over to the Animal Kingdom Lodge and spend 3 days over there. I had some points to use or lose. So.
That sounds like a good trip, and happy birthday coming up. It's going to be a birthday, a big one.
60.
All right. He's not ashamed to say.
Nah, 60.
Nice.
I've earned it.
You got lots of energy. You haven't slowed up yet, even though you said you did a little bit. I'm
trying not to.
I know. We're going to go till we drop.
That's it.
What a way to go, right?
Exactly.
I love it. You guys are awesome. I hope we do get to see you down there one of these days.
That would be great.
You guys got to stay in touch.
Will do.
Thanks for coming on, Jeff. We'll be talking to
pleasure.
you. We'll just stay in touch. We'll talk to you again next year. We'll do actually got November. That's cool. We'll be able, definitely contact me.
We can try to do a shorter version of this for November. Maybe we can just focus on the tree houses or something.
I do not want you to be shorter. Give me all of the details. Would love it.
Let me tell you, with my 60th, I am planning on 1 or 2 culinary experiences I have not tried before. So,
are you going to plan some big things then? This time
I've got to research it, but yes, my goal is to try to do 1 or 2 things that we have not done yet.
Did you ever do the chef table?
I've done a chef table at Flying Fish, which was amazing.
But the big one.
Big one is Victoria and Albert's.
Yeah.
I have not actually eaten in Victoria and Albert's, and that might be a go-to.
Might be the one
this time.
All right. That's awesome. Yeah.
Well, we're driving down, so now if I have a suit, I can put it in the back of the car as to trying to figure out how to get it on the plane. So
yeah, well, I'll definitely take your notes. This was awesome. Great job as usual, dude.
Thank you.
Please stand clear of the doors. Por favor, manténganse alejado de las puertas.
Great job, Jeff. As always, going to be going back down to Disney World too, I think in November. So I want to get another trip report with Jeff. And any of you geeks going down to the parks, definitely contact me. Kurt.stone@geekinonwdw.com. Love to do your trip reports. A little shout out to Bridget Ardoin and her husband, Jeremy. Thank you so much, guys, for booking your trip with us. They got a trip coming up in December. She wrote to us, says, okay, geeks, this was on our private Facebook group. Got a question I'm going to answer for her. She says, we have 2-park day, December 21st and 22nd. They want to do Magic Kingdom on the 22nd for sure, but they got to decide on the 21st whether to do Hollywood Studios, which would be amazing. They're scared, though, that they won't be able to get on the Rise of the Resistance. And then Hubs isn't really a roller coaster guy, so they don't want to do Rock and Roller Coaster or Tower of Terror alone. You guys got to get over that fear. Tower of Terror is awesome. So is the Rock and Roller Coaster. Beat your fears, guys. It's Disney roller coasters are so easy. You got to do that. But Epcot, I can understand this. If you had to choose between the two, this is tough because I love the World Showcase too. She says, we always say we will walk the countries, but it never happens. Laugh out loud. Also, we are also open to 2 Magic Kingdom days, but would they run out of things to do? I wouldn't do 2 Magic Kingdom days. I like this choice between Hollywood Studios or Epcot. Boy, that is a tough choice because I do think you'd be able to get on to Rise of the Resistance. I'm getting good reports that geeks are getting on the Rise of the Resistance. I know it's had some problems, but if you're really into Star Wars, then maybe Hollywood Studios is the thing to do. But boy, the countries, the World Showcase is my favorite. And for just the couples, I might give the Epcot World Showcase a little bit of the edge in this case. Bridget and Jeremy, but that's me. So I hope you figure it out before you go too long. But again, thanks a lot for booking with Mama. I know we've had some great conversations. So glad this week to be booking some people into the Disney World parks for this year. I'm loving it, guys, that you guys are trusting us with your trips, that you're going down and you're having good times going down to the parks. I'm going to play a little clip for you guys now. I'm going to promote our patreon.com. Go out to patreon.com/geekinonwdw if you'd like to pledge a monthly pledge, a donation to our show. I like to release some live recordings. I've been releasing live recordings for my trip back in January. I'm getting close to the end of those recordings, but this is episode 39 of The Inner Circle. I'm going to play a little clip here. And maybe you can guess what the crack is when you go into Disney Springs and Raglan Road. Now, this is something that Kevin Curtis Allen has been teasing me about for years. Matter of fact, he even was asking me while I was down there. I think we were chatting with him. He told me to ask the waitress or the waiters what the crack was. So let's see if you can figure out what the crack is over at the Raglan Road.
All right. What'd you get?
Hey, what's the crack?
Raspberry. What did you say?
The crack.
What do you mean?
Our friend has said you gotta ask about the crack.
Quite honestly, I don't know. I would ask your server.
You're not Irish then.
I've only been here 2 months, so I don't know all the secrets.
All right.
Your server might though.
All right.
Ask that. Enjoy, guys.
No one wants to tell us.
Like a lemon meringue pie.
Kurt, I Googled it.
I know, I wanted to ask him. Okay. You know what the crack is?
What the crack is? I mean, this is it, pretty much.
All right.
We have a friend that lives on the Isle of Wight that's been texting us.
Oh, yeah?
We asked him about the crack.
Yeah,
What's the crack?
we joke all the time because we're all Americans who are
It's so
surfing.
funny, isn't
And we're
it?
like, we feel like sometimes if we say that, people are going to be like looking at us funny.
Like, are you drunk? You want drugs? Do you want something?
Exactly.
Should be part of the training.
In order for that to be proper fish and chips, it needed more chips.
More chips.
But I thought it was fine.
Oh, yeah?
Fish was delicious.
Yeah, you know what's funny? Some people say it's too many chips.
But he wanted to know if the crust was crispy, and I said, oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And he's very picky.
Yeah, that's
But it was very good.
Yeah, what you got here for me? A debit card, perfect. I'm gonna leave that here.
All right. Do you know what the crack is now? Maybe not. Maybe you got to do what our good friend Deirdre Watts, you may recognize her voice there. She says, I'll Google it. Maybe you got to Google it. It's spelled C-R-A-I-C, by the way. The Irish call it the crack. Go check that out. I hope you come on to the patreon.com/geekinonwdw and you support us on a monthly pledge. Thanks all you geeks that are doing that right now. I had 3 new Patreons come and join us this past week. Thank you so much, Jeremy Ardoin, Houston Davis, and Luke Erickson for pledging to our podcast through patreon.com. Thank you guys for joining us there. I really appreciate you guys so much. And thanks again. Come on and listen to the live recordings I got out there. Got episode 39 just came out. You're going to hear Soren. Yeah. Do you want to just like cruise and go flying with us while we're down in the parks on Soren, or Nemo in the aquarium, the mariachi band I recorded, the China movie you'll hear, that Raglan Road dinner. That was the first time I ever ate at Raglan Road. You got some music and dancing. And then you'll listen to that little clip from that talks about the crack. So come and join us on patreon.com. Thanks for the intro. Jeff Opolka was on the podcast last week. I meant to play that intro from Jeff last week. I made a mistake. Yeah, that sometimes happens. But Jeff, thanks again he does some great intros for us. Thanks again. He was down in the parks I just saw recently. That's great. And so sorry I forgot to play his intro last week. Oh, well, great to hear from Jeff 2 weeks in a row, but I'd love to hear from you geeks. Come send me some geekin intros. You can send them to me, kurt.stone@geekinonwdw.com. You create it for us. It's fun. I can suggest just tell us your name, where you're from, and if you've got a fun Disney World fact about yourself or a couple, and that you go geeking on Walt Disney World. Curtis and the whole Geekin family. Again, send those to me at kurt.stone@geekinonwdw.com. Come join us down at the Geekin Family Reunion here February 2021. We're getting excited. Thursday, February 18th, we'll be in the Magic Kingdom. We'll be Friday in the Hollywood Studios on February 19th, Saturday, February 20th in the Magic Kingdom, then Epcot on Sunday, February 21st. Come join us, myself, Mama, Auntie Judy, and Uncle Ken will be there, and then we'll bring lots of our Geekin family members. I'm so excited. I'm seeing them starting to post in our private Facebook group that they're going to be coming to the Geekin Family Reunion in February 2021. We're going to be there with Kevin Curtis Allen, Glenn Kessler, and a bunch of the other famous people from our podcast. Again, thanks for supporting our travel agents, Mom and Auntie Judy, EJ Cruz, Jennifer Galambos. They are booking trips for you guys. Finally, I'm so excited we're doing this again. Travelintears@gmail.com for Mom and Judy, EJ and Jennifer on their Little Dole Whips Facebook page. Thanks again for joining us every single day while we're geeking on Walt Disney World in our private Facebook group or on the phone or everywhere else in person. Thanks for going geeking on Walt Disney World with us. We really appreciate you listening and geeking with us every single day. We love you, geeks. Have a magical day, and I hope all your dreams come true. Jeff?
There we go.
Yeah, you're on.
How are you?
I'm doing great. How you doing?
Excellent, thank you.
You look very professional.
Yeah, with my little Pandora background.
I have that I was using that at work, the background. We've been playing around with something different than Skype from Microsoft. It's called Teams, but they're imitating what Zoom's doing too. So
Different times because I'm on vacation.
nice.
And she's like, I'll take whatever you can give me. I'm
Good,
like,
good for us that you go on vacation and you're closer to the vacation spots.
I love it down here. It's been great.
Well, I'm gonna start the podcast, or else you'll keep going.
All right. I'm good.
Love your notes.
Well, I know that previous ones you were like, well, what did you have? And I'm like, oh, I can't remember. I'm like going, I'm not going to be that person again.
Well, I'm going to do that in the intro here. I love, basically, we're going to be going off script, I can tell. And
Absolutely.
I like this. I like the day-to-day that you did here. It works because it's filled with food and drink. So
that's all it is. Rides? There's rides?
My
what?
My wife always said, I don't want to hear a trip report where it's, I went on this ride, and then I went on this ride, and then I did this ride. Oh, my mama says hello. I told her, I'm doing a trip report tonight. She says, I'm doing a trip report with Jeff McCartney. I'm like, tell Jeff I said awesome. Hi.
I've got to send Aunt Judy a mask. I got her a Haunted Mansion mask while I was down there, and I've got to send it to her. I've got to do that tomorrow.
You're awesome. So they'll love that. All right, let's get this going. I'm already recording, so that goes in the bloopers. Let's do it for real now, Jeff.
Excellent.
Ready?
Well, yes.
All right. I love it. You guys are awesome. I love it. That's a great trip report. Thanks, Jeff.
You're very welcome.
Tell Barry I said hi.
I will.
He's doing good. He didn't get sick this time.
Yeah, we're in the middle of a pandemic. This is the first trip he has not gotten sick.
Maybe he washed his hands.
Well, more importantly, he didn't touch his face. So
I was saying that to somebody. Someone was chatting with me on Messenger or something. I think we always get sick when we go to Florida. So,
always,
right? And it's maybe we've learned maybe we won't get as sick. Once we get over this thing, and we'll have the right practices.
Well, I'll tell you, there is so many hand sanitizing stations around. You can't have an excuse not to keep your hands clean.
I guess that's the trick.
And where they have water fountains, they also have hand washing stations.
Oh, yeah.
So
cool. That's probably gonna be permanent too, right?
At least for a while. You got to figure that even once they get the vaccine going, it's probably going to be a while before it gets around to the population at large.
Again, though, I think honestly, you do catch colds and viruses and all kinds of garbage when you go to Florida. So I think maybe people always say it's on the plane, but I don't know. I think no, it's some good habits we're going to get into.
Well, let me tell you, when you got that many kids with that many runny noses touching everything that you're touching.
Exactly. During cold and flu season.
Exactly.
Awesome. Well, I'm glad you had a great time. Thanks again.
We did.
No
problem.
This will be, I've just recorded a couple, so it's probably 3 or 4 weeks before you'll hear it, but
that's fine.
I know. Just let you know. I'm trying to, I had a bunch of people go down. I just wanted to take advantage of the opportunity. I know people definitely want to hear what's going on.
That's right. So people want to know, is it safe? What's going on? If I have a trip plan, should I cancel?
They want some good reports. They want some good news too. They want some uplifting. Yeah, it's open and people are enjoying it.
Well, I felt safe.
Nice.
Barry felt safe.
I love it.
And quite honestly, I don't know if I would want to go too far outside of Disney.
Yeah, I understand.
But while we were within the bubble, if you will, it was fine.
That makes sense to me.
Yep.
Thanks, dude. Have a good night.
You're welcome. Thanks, you too.
Talk to you later.
My best to Mama.
I will tell her and Judy.
Oh, good. Tell her that I'm getting her mask in the mail.
I will. I'm
Okay.
gonna tell Mom right now. And then if whatever I tell Mama, Judy will get the word. You know what I mean?
I do. See you later.